Hello, I'm Hannah Keartland, a strategic impact advisor. I work with purpose-led business leaders to ensure that positive impact and commercial success grow hand in hand. I've spent also almost my entire career working in purpose-led businesses and charities and have the unusual blend of having led both the innovation and finance and operations functions. So this means that I understand that tension between impact ambition and commercial reality and how to navigate it. I set up B Corp certified consultancy Keartland Co to work with business leaders like you who genuinely want to shift the needle and make a meaningful difference. I'm going to start by asking you a question. If your impact work disappeared tomorrow, so all your sustainability initiatives, your volunteering program, charity partnerships, everything that sits under responsible business, would your business fundamentally change? Or would it basically carry on as normal? If you hesitated, if you're not 100% certain that the answer is yes, it would fundamentally change, then you are missing out on opportunities. Missed revenue, missed partnerships, missed team engagement, missed impact. The good news is that that gap is exactly what you can start to close through the impact strategy mapping session. This 2-hour impact strategy mapping session is specifically designed for purpose-led businesses who've already started the journey. So you're not a beginner. You've done the easier, more obvious things. You've got sustainability policies. Maybe you're B Corp certified. Your leadership team genuinely cares about impact. But maybe there's this kind of nagging feeling, a sense that you are missing out on something bigger, that the pieces don't quite fit together the way they should. When I ask people what that actually feels like day to day, here's what they tell me. Impact and commercial success feel separate. The core business and revenue targets take priority. Impact keeps getting pushed to the bottom of the to-do list. They're struggling to engage their team and secure real commitment. A few passionate people are driving impact, but most of the business treats it as someone else's job. They're doing lots of impact activities, but there's no deliberate long-term direction. They're not sure how everything fits together. It feels scattered. They're unsure what to prioritize or what steps to take next. They know they need to do more, but they don't have a clear roadmap. They don't know how to measure impact or the progress they're making, so they can't demonstrate value or justify investment. Which of those challenges resonates with you? You might recognize just one of them. You might recognize all 5. The framework I'm going to share with you is specifically designed to address these problems. And here is something my clients say surprises them. This work almost always uncovers new commercial opportunities, revenue streams they've been missing, partnership opportunities that they haven't spotted, competitive advantages that they hadn't leveraged. You will go from feeling uncertain and scattered to having this sort of clarity. This one-page summary from Fairphone is one of my absolute favourite examples. I love how clearly they articulate their entire business mission and strategy on one page. Their ambition has always been to create more ethical electronics without compromising on quality. And their focus to date has been on mobile phones. So you can see their mission across the top to establish a viable market for ethical electronics so that they motivate the industry to act more responsibly. And this mission breaks down into 3 pillars of activity: demonstrating that it's possible to make electronics in a way that has lower impact on the planet and people than traditional electronics. That's the middle pillar. Then on the left, showing that they can do this in a way that's financially viable, that there's a market for these phones and people are willing to pay a price that covers the business's costs. And then by demonstrating these 2 things, they will influence wider industry change and so have a much greater impact than they could on their own. And that's the third right-hand pillar. So commercial success and positive impact are completely aligned. The business has just one integrated strategy and then a small set of key metrics that align with this. The impact strategy mapping session is designed to help you achieve this level of clarity and alignment for your business. I'm going to introduce you to the framework that sits at the heart of that 2-hour working session. When you are developing your business strategy, there are three things to think about. What the market wants or needs, so your clients, your customers, what problems are they trying to solve? What your business can do, your capabilities, your skills, your assets, your network. And then your impact objectives, the difference you want to make in the world. Now, most business advice tells you to focus on the first two. So traditional business advice says find product market fit. That's the intersection of what the market wants and what you can deliver. Address your customers' pain points, solve their problem, and that is how you make money. And that is where conventional business advice stops. But you're here because you want your business to make a meaningful difference, not just money. So let me show you what happens when your impact objectives sit separately from your core business. You might donate a percentage of profits to charity, run volunteering days, have good sustainability policies, but the impact of these is constrained because your core business, the thing that makes money, demands the greatest investment of time, energy, resources. Impact sits over here, revenue sits over there. And when budgets get tight, impact gets cut. When you're understaffed, impact gets delayed. And when the board asks, what's the ROI? You struggle to answer. Impact becomes the nice to have. It's the side project, the thing a few passionate people do on top of their day jobs. The reality is the core business is always going to demand the greatest investment. That's not going to change. You need your business to be financially sustainable. You can't deliver impact if you run out of money and can't pay the bills. So the question is, what if we could make money and have a positive impact at the same time? What if you found the intersection of all three circles? What if you embedded positive impact into your products, your services, your business model? Then you don't just have product market fit. You have product market impact fit. When you achieve this, making money and creating impact are aligned. The tension dissolves. You've got one shared set of objectives for the entire business. Everyone understands how their work contributes to both commercial success and positive impact. And here's what might surprise you. You will deliver impact at a much greater scale. Why? Because you'll be drawing on all your skills, all your networks, all your assets, all your time to address the problem. You're not trying to do impact on the side with leftover resources. You will be building a business where the main thing you do, the thing that makes you money, is also the thing that creates impact. That is when you know you've found product market impact fit. Now, you might be thinking, well, this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look in practice? So let me show you. The first example is Tony's Chocolonely. So you're probably familiar with them. What the market wants is chocolate that tastes good. There is a niche that wants ethical chocolate, but the fundamental desire is yummy chocolate. If Tony's tasted terrible, no one would buy it, ethical or not. What Tony's can do, luckily, is make delicious chocolate in distinctive flavours. And their impact objective is to eliminate exploitation in the cocoa supply chain. In the last few years, Tony's have expanded their business model, so they now sell ethically sourced beans and cocoa products to other chocolate manufacturers and retailers. Their impact objective stays the same, but this new business model lets them scale their impact massively because a much greater volume of their beans is going into the market. And here is the really crucial bit. Tony's is commercially successful. Last year, they increased sales by 20% to over 240 million euros. While the wider chocolate industry saw volumes decline for the second year running, Tony's saw a 4% volume increase. And despite soaring cocoa prices, substantial exchange rate swings, and unexpected tariffs, they delivered a positive underlying profit. They are commercially successful because they are selling products people want. And the better the business does, the more chocolate they sell, the more beans other manufacturers buy from them, the more impact they have. Commercial success, positive impact, perfectly aligned. That is product market impact fit. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's great for a product-based business, but what about a service business? How does that apply to a service-based business? Let me show you. Something Big is a creative communications agency, a B2B service business. They work with organisations like DHL, delivering effective and inclusive communications that make workplaces fairer, healthier, and happier. So, for example, campaigns to engage thousands of frontline workers around health and safety. What the market wants is effective communication campaigns that engage employees. What Something Big can do is design and deliver those campaigns with a particular expertise in inclusive communications. And their impact objective, fairer, healthier, happier workplaces for all. So, where is the product market impact fit? The campaigns they get paid to create, their core revenue stream, directly deliver their impact objective. So they don't do employee communications and also do impact work on the side. The communications work is the impact work. Plus, they are employee owned, which means their own workplace model reinforces their impact objective. Again, commercial success, creating impact go hand in hand. Now, one more example, and this one's a bit different because it's not about what the business does, it's about how they work, specifically their employment model. Cook makes and sells frozen ready meals. That's their core business. What the market wants is convenient, quality ready meals. What Cook can do is make delicious frozen food at scale, the way you would at home. And their impact objective is to provide opportunities for people who are often excluded from employment. Through their Raw Talent programme, they provide jobs and wraparound support for people who've experienced situations like time in prison, homelessness, or addiction. Where is the product market impact fit? The people employed through Raw Talent don't work on impact projects or receive charitable funding. They work in Cook's core operations, making the food that generates revenue. The human impact is obvious. Someone gets employment, support, a second chance. But here is what makes this really brilliant. There is a strong commercial benefit for Cook too. The people employed through the Raw Talent programme demonstrate huge levels of commitment and engagement. They show up, they work hard, they're loyal, and this creates a pool of talented, committed workers in an industry where recruitment is challenging and staff turnover is typically high. So it's a genuine win-win. Social impact and commercial success are integrated and they reinforce each other. So 3 very different examples, product-based, service-based, and employment model, but the pattern is the same. Commercial success and positive impact go hand in hand. Now, I'd like you to think about your business. Where is your product market impact fit? Can you see it? Can you trace that direct line from purpose to revenue? Or are you feeling that tension between the core business and impact? This tension wastes time and energy, and it prevents you from making progress on your impact objectives. The businesses with product market impact fit aren't just doing more good. They are enjoying more commercial success because impact and commercial objectives reinforce each other. So another question for you to reflect on. What would need to change in your business model for your biggest commercial success to also be your biggest impact win? Sit with that question, because when you can answer it, you've found product market impact fit. The impact strategy mapping session is designed for you if you've got an idea of the impact you're trying to make, but you aren't sure exactly how this maps to your business strategy. It's a 2-hour session where we map your business against the product market impact fit framework in real time. We'll look at your client work, your employment models, supply chain, partnerships, your investment strategy, everything. I'll ask you questions, you'll answer, and together we'll map it all visually so you can see exactly where your opportunities are. By the end, you will have a clear visual map showing your gaps and opportunities, plus my strategic recommendations for your next steps. This session is perfect for that aha moment where you suddenly see how all the pieces fit together and get clear on what action to take. I would love the opportunity to guide you through this conversation and help you identify opportunities to strengthen your business. I have included a link in the video description below, which you can follow to find out more. Otherwise, bye for now, and I look forward to seeing you soon.